Have you ever thought about buying a guitar off of Reverb.com? Well, before you do, you might want to go ahead and watch this video, because this is basically how Reverb is going to treat you as a buyer, okay? Now, granted, this is not always the case, okay? But this is how I got treated. And out of all the places that I have ever purchased a guitar or anything like that, or I've done business with, I have never been treated so poorly in my life than the way that Reverb has treated me. And I'm like, well, you know something? I've got a YouTube channel with 85,000 subscribers. Fuck you. And that's what this is all about. So Reverb.com, fuck you. This is the video that you were testing me. You didn't think I was going to do it. Well, here it is. And also, guys, everybody that's out there that's watching this, feel free to download this video, upload it to your channel, share it everywhere. Share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, share it on Reddit, share it everywhere. Give it to your great-grandmother. Give it to everybody. Let them know that this is the type of shit that Reverb is going to do to you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the first video. Let's see what happens. I'm going to do this with one hand. It's definitely an acoustic. What the fuck is... Okay. What the hell? You gotta be kidding me. This is how they packed it. Oh, yeah. It's damaged. Can't. Look at these strings. Look how fucking rusty these things are. Holy shit. Look at that. These things are... I mean, I'm not expecting brand new strings or nothing, but fretboard looks okay. Action, it's a little high. God, I can't believe the way it was shipped. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hang on. This is cracked. This is... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is a... Wait a minute. Hang on for a second. I'm going to have to clean this up. Hang on. That crack, the crack kind of looks old, especially right there. Right there. It almost looks like it cracked and then somebody had tried gluing it or something. But that's definitely cracked. Okay, well that was not, and even right there, like even, I'm trying to do this all with one hand. Even right there on the other one, it's cracked. Okay, so, alright. We got a bunch of dents and shit back here. This is why I film this stuff, because you never know when you're going to end up getting a guitar that is... Yeah, there's a bunch of scratches and everything on the rear of this. A couple of dings. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. It's used and it's old, so you have to kind of expect that. That's not too big of a deal. See, the thing is it being packed the way that it was really stupid. I mean, damn it. Let's look at the top of this. A couple small dings here and there. Okay. Okay, well, this thing was sold saying that it was in very good condition. And I would say it's fair condition, but, you know, cracked fucking headstock, that is not good, that's not very good condition. You can tell this thing's been dropped. You can tell that this thing has not been taken care of. Okay, well, this is a thing. I think I got this for like $100 or something. Let me put it back in here. I cannot believe this is how somebody packed it. Alright, whatever. See, the thing is this has been setting for a while next to the front door. I haven't opened it until today, but I'm going to contact the guy and let him know. What the hell? I mean, look at how rusty these things are. You could tell this hasn't been played in a long time, like it wasn't taken care of. You know, to sit there and say that this is in very good condition. I mean, look at this shit. Very good. That's not very good. This is fair condition. And then with the thing being broken, bullshit. That's bullshit. But see, every time I order a guitar, and you can see I've been ordering a bunch in order to fix them up and everything like that, and resell and everything. I always end up doing a video log like this, because every now and then you end up getting a guitar that gets damaged during shipping, right? When that happens, generally the shipping company will take care of it, right? The insurance. And this is the best proof you can have, right? And every now and then you end up getting something like this. Now, I got this off of Reverb, okay? And it said it was very good. Bullshit. So I'm going to contact the guy, and I'm not, you know, it's $100. I'm not even going to ask for a refund. You know, it's $100. I mean, it's like by the time you get done with the shipping, then somebody's out $100 just from the shipping. So I'm not even going to bother doing that. But it's like, what the fuck? I mean, the way that he packed it, you know, plus saying that this, you know, something has to be said about this.
Thanks for calling Reverb.com. This call may be recorded for quality assurance purposes.
And so is this one.
If you know your party's extension, you may dial it at any time. To speak to a customer engagement representative or for general inquiries, please press 1. Reverb. This is Nathan. What can I help you out with?
Yeah, Nathan, you had sent me an email earlier today about transaction number 2317165.
Okay, let me pull that up real quick.
Uh-huh.
This 2317165.
7165, yeah.
Okay. Talking meeting, right?
Yep.
Okay, and you the buyer or seller here?
I am the buyer.
Okay.
I'm the one that you guys put on review because I left a legitimate feedback, and I guess you guys didn't like some of the words I used in the messages, the private messages with the seller.
Right, yeah, I had reached out about that, explaining the situation there. So, and the feedback that you had left earlier, you were saying that there were a few different issues with like the cracked headstock and like scratches, dings, and dents and that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Now, is there any indication on that might have been like shipping damage?
It's possible that it's shipping damage because all he did was just take a guitar and he just threw it in a box. So it was just loose in the box, and it was, so during shipping it could have broke, but some of the cracks look old. But one of them, it might have just got worse during shipping. It's kind of hard to say unless I actually take the tuners off and I look at it.
Okay. Did you happen to keep all the original packaging material on that?
The original packaging material was a piece of cardboard that was folded up and just thrown in the box.
Right, no, exactly, and that's exactly what I mean. Did you throw that out already?
No, I still have it. In fact, I have video footage of me opening the box because every time I buy a guitar, I always do that because of when you have shipping. Sometimes they want proof if it shows up broken, and I guess that's the best proof. And just so you know, I'm not like just a guitar player. I own a guitar company. I'm a luthier. So this is something I do for a living. Every day I'm ordering and buying guitars and repairing them and stuff. And I didn't ask for a refund or anything because I know by the time the shipping's done, somebody would just be out $100. But it's the principle behind it. The guy ended up saying that this was, a very good instrument, and it was not. And he packed it like shit. And, you guys end up put me on a thing where, like, I'm being reviewed, and, you take my feedback down, and I don't think that's legit.
Got it. So yeah, I understand the frustration here, man. I mean, the reason I had put you under review earlier was just because of the language on there. Like, I would not have put you under review for the feedback. That's not, something I would be doing here. It was the language that had been used in the messages, and I realized that the circumstances here are far from great, and I understand this is super frustrating here. But still, we're trying to keep it professional on the site, and throwing in insults to the seller is not appropriate on our end of things here.
Yeah, also the way that he was kind of responding to me, he might not have used, as colorful language as I did, but he was acting like a complete ass, and he was extraordinarily defensive about it. And not only that, but that's fine. I can accept that you guys pretty much are going to end up saying, hey, you can't talk like that, so we're going to kind of put you on. That's cool, but removing that legitimate feedback, I don't think was right.
Got it. So the feedback thing, I understand where you're coming from because it's obviously frustrating to have something and then we realize that there's a lot more issues with it. So I think where we were coming from with that was that we do have that window of support for 7 days from delivery for any issues that come up, and you had reached out, within like 11 days. But what was the story behind that? Like, did you not have a chance to check it out until then?
No, I was in Arizona. And then when I came back here and stuff like that, it was sitting by the door for a couple of days, but I figured, it had already been waiting this long. I wasn't in any big rush. And then so when I opened it, I was just like, what the hell? And like I said, I didn't reach out to you guys asking for your help or intervention. I didn't ask for a refund.
Right, I get that. And it's a thing where, like, if it was something where if you had reached out within that 7 days, then, we would be leaving that feedback up at this point because we would feel that is warranted. I did want to run another option by you here, though. So we may actually have the option of pursuing damage claim here on our end, because it does look like it was our shipping label. So what I can do is I can pass this order along to the head of my resolutions team. Despite us being past that window of support, we may be able to work something out here on our end in terms of like a damage claim insurance payout possibly. But I did want to know ultimately, what are you looking for here in terms of remedying the situation?
Well, I don't want insurance fraud to be part of it. I mean, because I don't think that this is something that happened during shipping, even though he didn't pack it worth a damn. It does look like this is old damage. So, so I don't want you to make a claim, against a shipping company and make them have to pay for something that's somebody else's responsibility. I just wanted, I don't know for sure exactly what I wanted, but I did want him to know that I wasn't happy with, what I got as well as how it was shipped. I think that's ultimately what it was. Maybe just him accepting a little bit of responsibility for it or apologizing or something, But like I said, I'm not going to chase somebody down for $100.
Well, let me ask you this: would you be settled if $100 was credited to you in one way or another?
That would be nice, but at what point does the seller, how should I put this? At what point does he end up having to somehow, be responsible for this? Ultimately, you guys. If you give me like $100 credit, that's cool. But that's you guys kind of, picking up after somebody that is not. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a hard time putting that in words.
No, I totally get where you're coming from on that. I get that you want the responsibility to be placed on, who is essentially responsible for the situation. And
right.
I get that.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, totally. And we want to be there to help out, excuse me, and find a good resolution here. So, let me see here. And I understand where you're coming from in terms of like the damage claim route, even though, there's a possibility that this may not necessarily be damage, but it's possible that it was shipped, with the issues beforehand. And I think it's tough for either of us to say whether or not it happens in shipping or not. But
well, since I deal with broken guitars every day and I'm a professional luthier, I can usually tell. There's one that looks like the crack got worse because of shipping, but the other one looks like it was old damage.
Okay, got it. So it could potentially be kind of a mix between the two then?
Yeah. So, and granted, maybe he didn't see it. Maybe his eyes aren't that good or something, whatever. But I feel like, he said, hey, this is a good guitar. This is, it's great and everything. And then I got it and I'm like, you sold me a lemon. That's kind of like how I feel. But if you guys can fix it, that's fantastic. But I'm still pissed off at the guy. And I think that the negative feedback should stay up. Because if not, who's to say this won't happen to another customer?
Right, no, absolutely. And if something like that were to happen again, we would absolutely be addressing that here. We try to stay on top of all these different orders where, anything that has any potential issues comes up, we want to make sure that we're helping out both buyers and sellers. It's just a little bit of tricky because, at some point we do have to have that cutoff line of like how long we allow for buyers to reach out, with any issues. For us, we felt that a week is a fair amount of time, basically, before we can tell the seller, like, okay, we're good to go on this, and we feel like the buyers had ample time to try this out. I realize your circumstances are a little bit different in that, you were out of town for that, and I totally understand that. I get where you're coming from here. So any feedback that's left after 7 days is not valid? Or only negative feedback? That's not necessarily the case. We would handle it on a per order basis. I can't really give you any sort of like a blanket policy where we would be addressing that.
Okay.
So at this point, let me pass the order to head of my resolutions team, since it was our shipping label. and I'll run the situation by him. I'll explain that some of these may seem like kind of like older damages, and some of them might be newer, and that the packaging wasn't really that great to begin with. And let's take it from there and see if we can find a good option here. On your end of things, though, would it be possible for you to send any pictures of the issues that you've got and the packaging to the email that I sent you earlier?
I can send you a video of me opening the damn thing up.
That would be great, actually. Yeah, that would be very helpful for us.
Okay. Yeah. I just have to upload it and then put it like on a private thing, so that way nobody has access to it yet. And then I'll send you a link to it.
Or either that, or I've had luck with users uploading to YouTube, and then I think you can actually send me like a private link.
No, yeah, that's what I was. That's what I was going to do. I have a YouTube channel of like 85,000 subscribers in the guitar community. That's why I'm like, depending on how this goes, there's going to be a video made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Got it. So yeah, if you're able to send me that video, that would be perfect, and then I'll forward that along here to the head of my team, and then we'll be following up shortly on that. He's out of the office at the moment, so
that's fine.
We should have a response like early next week.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll upload the video, and then I'll put it on a unlisted link, and I'll send you the link.
Perfect. That would be awesome, and then we can follow up with you shortly thereafter.
Alrighty.
All right.
All right, cool.
So thanks for giving me a call, man. I'm glad we were able to talk this out, and feel free to hit me up with any questions you have in the meantime, okay?
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Well, Reverb just earned points right now because it looks like they are trying to resolve the problem. The only thing that I don't like, though, is the way that they're trying to resolve it is they're still not having this fucking guy that sold this guitar be responsible. Like, they're the ones that's going to try to eat it, or they're going to end up having the shipping company eat it. And that isn't right. That is not right. Right? It's the principle behind this stuff a lot of times. It's not the money. It's not the guitar. It's the principle behind it. But I'm going to have to upload this video and send it to them. And then as soon as I have new information on this, I will post it. So I went ahead and I had sent them an email because now they've got somebody else on the case, and they're like, "Hey, if you tell me the problem, we'll go ahead and we'll come up with an answer for it." And I'm like, "Dude, I just got done like a few days ago talking to somebody else about this. I gave them the information. I even posted a video for them to see of me doing the actual opening of this guitar." Okay, and so I'm just like, "Dude, this is ridiculous. I want my negative feedback that I left for this guy, I want it to be reinstated." And I'm like, if you guys don't end up doing something about this real soon, I'm going to take it to YouTube. Well, they ended up responding. This Chris douchebag, he ends up responding. He's like, "Well, yeah, your account's closed. We can't tolerate this kind of communication." Okay, they can tolerate, apparently, sellers fucking over buyers. Not a problem. They'll defend that. They'll defend that. But let's call this piece of shit up. Let's find out what his excuse is for closing my account.
For quality assurance purposes.
It's going to be recorded to mine too.
Extension, you may dial it at any time. To speak to a customer engagement representative or for general inquiries, please press 1.
This guy's his name's Chris.
Hi, thanks for calling Reverb. This is Chris. How can I help you?
Yeah, Chris, I'm giving you a call. I'll give you an item number or something that you're working on with me here, so that way you know who you're talking to. It's a 231.
Just a moment.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, it's 231-7165.
Yeah, just a moment. Great. Am I speaking with William?
Yes, you are.
All right. How you doing, William?
Kind of pissed off actually right now after your last email saying that you're going to close my account.
Understandably so. Like I said, I do apologize for the circumstances here. We do offer, complete protection and coverage on all of our items, guaranteed against misrepresentation and shipping damage. But when we're not notified of that within 7 days, we lose the ability to force any action, from the seller directly. So, after kind of reviewing the messages here, the seller is, understandably unwilling to kind of, make any sort of accommodation at this point, and I'm unable to force it from them. So,
the only thing that I wanted really is just the negative feedback to stand because it was legitimate.
Okay, all right. Well, let me take a look at the order here. Let's see.
And then did you get to see the video of me opening the box up?
I do have the video, yes.
Okay.
Okay. I'm seeing this feedback here now. So I'm going to take a look at this. If it's something that, we can post back to the order, then I'll be glad to do so. I don't see anything wrong with this necessarily. I would just, like to verify that against the video that you produced so that I can be sure of the condition of the instrument, and that'll take care of it.
Okay. And then my account is still closed then, right?
Unfortunately, yes, and that's due just to the nature of the messages. That's just across the board, just something a policy standpoint.
Are you guys going to end up closing this guy's account for basically defrauding a customer?
Well, no, I can't do that because again, within 7 days I'd be take care of this in the way that you're asking, but beyond that 7-day window, like I said, I can't force an action. The seller's unwilling to make any kind of accommodation. At that point, the sale is the sale stands and as is.
Do you personally find anything kind of wrong with the way that I'm being treated in all of this?
Yeah, no, I do. Certainly so. And
then who was the one that made Who was the one that made the decision that my account was going to stay closed? Was it you?
That was me and my team, yes.
Your team. So, is it you or is it your team? Who made the final decision?
It may as well have been. It may as well have been me. That was.
Okay, so then you are not empathetic to the situation that you just basically admitted it. Because what you're doing is you're punishing me for being a victim. You're punishing me for being a victim.
Let me explain something real quick. Now, if this had been brought to us within 7 days, that's one thing. We'd be able to take care of you much differently. All right, so beyond that, though, from a policy standpoint, I can't make the seller, take a return or do anything. If we were in a position to leave your account open, I'd be able to make some kind of offer to help mitigate some of the cost here. But, if your account is closed due to, the nature of the messages, then the accommodations that I could make to you would be useless. And so,
how convenient.
That's why we are where we are.
Yeah, how convenient. Well, okay. Well, if you guys could put the negative feedback up, that'd be great. I suspect you're not going to do that, but that would be cool if you did. It would show at least a little bit of some ethics and morality on your side.
Well, like I said, I'll be glad to take a look at it. I'll look at your video, and we'll make that call.
Yeah. Well, and then also, I'm just letting you know that this whole ordeal and everything is going to be going on YouTube, and I do have 85,000 subscribers, and this probably is going to go viral. So, the way you guys are treating me is not right.
Well, again, like I said, you received a damaged instrument, and we have a process for that. Now beyond that window, I can't offer any of those. I can't offer that process.
I never asked for a refund. I never asked for a refund. You guys offered me a refund the first time around, and you said that you would try to throw it on the shipping, and I said, well, that's not really fair for the shipping because they weren't really responsible for the damage.
Right.
That's fraud.
And what kind of resolution then is it that you are seeking?
I want the negative feedback to stand. And I don't think
Right.
that you should be closing my fucking account.
Right. Okay. Well, you know, I like I said, I'm going to look at the order. I'm going to look at the video, and you know, and I'll notify you via email.
All right.
All right. Thanks for calling in.
Yep.